you do not want to miss. Hi guys, my name is Salta, and on this channel I share a lot of information of what it's like to live in Kazakhstan. And today is a special experience because this is something that will immerse you into the Soviet times, into the real Kazakhstan back in the days. And we're gonna go to the museum of the first secretary, Dinmukhamed Kunaev, of the Communist Party of Kazakhstan, and it is so cool. You guys do not want to miss it. And first, it is located in the city, in the center of the city of Almaty. This is called actually the Golden Square of Almaty. So this is the best neighborhood because everything is in the walkable distance. There's so many restaurants, so many cafes, so many little parks that you can walk in. And this is called actually Tulibayeva Street, and it goes pretty long down, where you can just walk with your friends and family, and it's like really nice because it's so green here, so cool even in this heat today. And behind me is actually the entrance to the museum that we are going to show you further, and you just buy your tickets there, you get some kind of introduction, and then you can go further, a little further behind the building where his actual apartment used to be in. And that is like the coolest thing ever because you would not find anything more authentic than this. So here's the entrance to the museum. They have the little memorial. Actually, if you go along the Tulibayeva Street, there used to be a lot of famous like Soviet and like literary, some kind of people, you know, like writers, famous people from like Soviet times. And they do have in every building that they used to live in, they have little titles like this where they say this kind of guy used to live there. And it's so cool because those people are big and they're in history and you can see where they lived. So this is one of those places where, you know, one of the most famous guys used to live here. So you just enter into this little museum, and then in the front you're gonna see the security guy. He's gonna tell you to put on so you would just wear like this little plastic socks. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting English, but just not to be, you know, dusting all around with your shoes, because we don't wear shoes, as you remember, in your apartments basically, and they're trying to keep it clean there. So you just wear those, and then he's gonna tell you to go upstairs and get your tickets. And there's different prices for different people, for seniors, for students, for you know, you're gonna see the rates. The first area of the museum is just everything that he was presented, his photos, awards and things like that. And then we're gonna go to the apartment that he actually lived in. And yeah, there's a little bit of an exhibition. You can get a guide, but you can only get a guide in Russian and Kazakh. So, but if you want some information in English, you can go to the QR codes and you're gonna find some information in English. But yeah, once you're done there, you just come out of here and you go around the block around this building, and you're gonna see like the arrows there to go to the apartment. Here you can see the arrows that are pointing to the apartment. So as I told you before, there's a lot of titles, like little, you can see like that some kind of guy who's called Kinjibek Kumuzbekov used to live here. He's a very famous composer. And then the other person is like Kapan Musin, who is also a composer. So a lot of like very famous people used to live in this type of area and neighborhood. So here at the end of the building, you'll see the arrow that's pointing behind the building for the museum. So let's go around. So here's the entrance to the museum. It actually is open only on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So make sure you come on those days. And they're usually open from 10 till 7 p.m. 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. Oh, from 9. So on Tuesdays, they are cleaning the apartment. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, they're letting people in from 9 till 6. And the way you enter to the common area is you have to dial the code there. So you just enter 2 257 and it unlocks. So we're not really allowed to film professionally, so excuse me for the quality of the video. We're in the living room of the first secretary of the Communist Party of Kazakhstan. This was like in the Soviet times, and this is considered like very beautiful, rich, posh back in the days. Because the apartment is located in like the center of Almaty. It's only like 4 apartments in the entire building. It was very spacious. It's like built very nicely, so it's really beautiful. Let's check it out. So the cool part about this place is that everything that was given to the first secretary, everything that he has here is usually Soviet quality, and Soviet quality is the best quality because back then they used to make like really strong, really good quality products basically, and these are, for example, like very highly valued crystal type of dishes, and a lot of the items are here made of crystal, so it's really cool. So this is another sitting area, resting area. Back in the days in Soviet times, usually people have one living room, but this one has like a dining area and like lounging area. So that's really nice too. And you can see a lot of portraits of the first secretary and his wife. They were happily married for so many years. You might know that in the Soviet times everything was in deficit, like especially new gadgets, new TVs and things like that, but obviously we had everything that was available back then, and like first class and really cool tech items. Next is his bedroom here, and that is very interesting to see because it's actually the way you would think that somebody lives here. So they laid out his clothes and everything seems to be preserved here. This is my favorite room in this entire apartment because it's full of books and it's so cool. Like there's such a working vibe here. And how many decisions were made in this room? Can you imagine? He was collecting lighters and see how many he has, or he had. So here his parents, his father and his mother. So apparently he used to have 475-ish lighters and 5,000 books in this room. So his wife, when she was younger, used to look like this, but I don't see any photos. His vinyl collection is right there, and all of the different players. So cool. So a little hallway here, the entrance. It's also full of presents. So this must be the restroom area, and there must be some kind of storage. But now this is second favorite place in this apartment. It's kitchen. It's my favorite because it has so many Soviet items that we no longer use, and it looks really cool and like you just move back in time. Bright and spacious, and it's got like little installation as if this was real, sitting with like the first secretary himself. You can see on the table there's like a lot of Kazakh dishes. This is chak-chak. This is like another types of like lotus type of sweets we like to eat. This looks like khaza, which is like the horse sausage. And then this is like the crystallized sugar. So apparently they did make this installation based from the archives that they have, from the photos, from the videos. They just set it up, and apparently Brezhnev used to come here and he's like, this is it, this is your entire apartment, we need, like, I thought there's more rooms, but he was such a humble and he didn't need much. He basically was like getting whatever he needed, and that was basically it. Apparently he has his first aid right there. Everything he needs for, you know, any kind of emergencies. All the pills and like, what is it called? First aid items are displayed over here. Let's go check out the restroom. Apparently we can go there. Apparently this little turtle, well, not so little, but he was presented to Kunaev by Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro, is that the right way to pronounce the name? But you get the idea. He actually used to love hunting, so that's why he has a lot of instruments, tools for hunting. These books are for sale, and the Russian ones he wrote himself. So you might notice that they actually have the QR codes in every room or at every corner, and they do share a lot of information about this place. And if you just walk around, you may not know like what kind of gifts he was receiving, how many like lighters he had in his collection. So this is very useful to know. So as I said, there's only 4 apartments in this whole building, and you can see the 4 different mailing boxes. And there's a little common area here, and you'll see the car that was given to him as a present also. Now this is is also something that was preserved from those times. This is a car that was presented to Kunaev back in the days. This car was the only car that Kunaev owned privately, and it was given to him by Janat Berdenovich in 1992. The family of Kunaev gave it to the museum just to preserve it for people to see, and this is so amazing. Here's a memorial for the first secretary, Dinmukhamed Kunaev. So basically there's this little park with his memorial, and then there is the entrance to the museum, and it is like the coolest experience you're gonna find, especially because this is like, you go back in time, in Soviet times, everything is preserved the way it used to be, and some of the things you might have seen somewhere, some of the things you might have not, but this is like the full immersive experience that you do not want to miss. So this was it for the tour of the museum. We were kind of sneaking in to be able to show you everything there, and I hope you liked the video. If you like this video, here's another video that you might like. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll leave all the information about the museum in the description below. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see next, and I'll see you in my other one. Bye guys!